other day, guys. So I did tell you guys that I wanted to incorporate some tutorials on my channel, and I came up with a really fun way to be able to do that, and I'm super excited for it. So I don't know if you guys are going to love it, but I really like this idea. So let me know below if you guys are enjoying this or not. But what I decided to do is, because I film the series Make Up Your Mind, if you guys are new to that series, basically what it is I go through my collection to see if I want to purchase a brand new release and to see if I can find like similar tones in my collection to see if it's even worth it to me to buy the brand new release. But usually when I'm filming that video, I have to swatch everything on my arm. I kind of find similar hues, I see color stories, and then I usually create an eye look using the palettes that I pulled that will mimic kind of like the eye look that you can create if you purchase the brand new release. So I figured, why don't we just do a whole tutorial around that? So what I'm going to be doing in these new tutorials, I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but let me know down below if you guys have a cool little idea. I mean, it's like the Make Up Your Mind tutorials, or like, I don't know, whatever you guys think would be fun. I don't know, dupatorial. That sounds really dumb. So in this video, what I'm going to be doing is showing you the palette that we're going to be mimicking. So this is going to be the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 palette that I think is just gorgeous. But if you guys saw my recent Make Up Your Mind, then you guys would know that when I went through my collection, I found some very similar hues in my collection. And yeah, we're going to play with some eye looks. We're going to do 3 different eye looks that you can probably create if you purchase the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2. And I'm going to show you guys me mimicking it with the palettes that I already own in my collection. Either you guys will own the palettes that I currently have in my collection, or you guys will own the Latte 2. But either way, you guys can try to mimic this type of look, and that's what we're going to do. So if you guys are new and you've never seen me before, I'm Christina Brooke, and if you guys don't know what Make Up Your Mind is, then maybe after you watch this video, you want to check out my description box and see that whole series so you kind of understand where we're going here. But anyways, let's get into this tutorial right now. So the first thing I'm going to tell you guys is the palettes that we are going to be using for this entire 3-stage tutorial. First one's going to be the Morphe Jacyln Hill palette that I think a lot of you guys already own. I'm also going to be using the Huda Beauty Smokey Obsessions. There's also going to be the Subculture from Anastasia. There's only one color in there that I can reference to. And then finally, the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions. So from those 4 palettes are going to be the tones that I'm going to be pulling from, but they are going to be mimicking tones that are already inside of the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2. While I'm doing the tutorial, I will show you guys the Latte 2 and the color that I am trying to mimic so that we can all get on the same page here. All right, guys, this is look number 1. And you guys know what this is all about if you heard my intro. So we're going to be recreating some looks here. Look number 1, I'm going to play with a little bit of color. So I know you guys have asked me before, like, can you show me ways to use color that it's not like so in your face? So I'm going to try to do something a little bit subtle, but still playing with color. You're still going to see color here. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be using a bunch of my Sigma brushes. If you guys don't know, I am a Sigma affiliate, so that means that if you guys buy Sigma brushes, you can get a 10% discount, and my code is GLAMRANCH, and if you put that at checkout, you get 10% off. I do really love Sigma brushes. Honestly, one of the best that I've used so far. So with a Sigma E38, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend a color into my crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the color Dawn from Subculture. I will be putting a image up of the Latte palette, and I will circle the color that I believe is similar to the colors that I'm gonna be showing you that I'm using. I'm just gonna be putting this all over the crease. Now, I believe that in the Latte palette, she did say that this is like a very neutral color, so I believe that it's gonna be similar to this one. And I'm just going to buffer that into the creases. Just going to set down the concealer, give a little bit of tone to my lids, and that's about it. So now I'm going to grab into the Sigma E25, and I'm going to jump into a fun shade. I'm not going to do too many different colors here in the crease or anything like that. I'm just going to jump into the fun shade. So the color I'm going to be using is Pool Party right here from the Jacyln Cosmetics. No, actually, this is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This is where you're going to see the pop of color. Now, I do believe that the color that's inside of this new Latte palette is a little lighter than this one. So it's not going to be the exact tone, I don't think. I think the Latte one's a little lighter. So now with this same exact brush, I'm gonna jump into the color Buns from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna work that into my outer edge. In this same exact color, I'm gonna bring it on my lower lash line. Okay, so that's what we have going right now. And let me see, what other color do I want to put? I think I want to put like a shimmery color. So now what we're going to do is add a little bit of pizzazz to the eye. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this color called Obsessed from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to put that in the inner portion of my eye and work my way out. Then. Using Buns again, I just kind of have to like blend these two together a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab a little tiny bit of Pool Party again. One more time. I'm gonna put that in the inner corner. I'm also gonna tight line with a darker color. So we're gonna add a little bit of fun to the eye. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna just do is jump into the color Central Park right here. And I'm gonna tight line my lower lash line with that just to give it a little bit of a deeper brown. Just for fun, we're gonna grab this color right here from Mauve Obsessions, and I'm just gonna use that to kind of blend the lower lash line, give it a little bit of pizzazz. Something a little different from the top. All right, there we go. So we're gonna throw on some mascara. You're gonna see this thing come to life now. This is the Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut. And then I'm gonna use the color Pastel Petal from Pixie, because I just think it's gonna match it pretty good. All right, and this is the end result. This is look number 1. This is more of my fun look, I guess you can say. So yeah, this is the way to do some fun color, maybe a more dramatic eye, something you can wear out at night, or if you want to just do something with some pops of color. And yeah, this is what we came out with. So if you want to use the pops of color in the palette, this is something similar that you could probably achieve if you own the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette, or if you own the palettes that I used in this tutorial. So let's move on to another look. What should we do next? Guys, look number 2. So today we're gonna go for something a little bit more toned down. That's why I'm wearing the lip first, because sometimes what happens is I start putting on makeup, I'll start getting a little exaggerated, and then what'll happen is it won't match my lip anymore, and I'll be like, oh, I can't wear that dark lip anymore. So today I'm wearing the dark lip on purpose, so that when I start putting on all of these products, I don't go ham and I could actually use this lip. We're gonna do something a little bit more toned down. Start off with this color called Creamsicle inside of the Jaclyn Hill palette, which you guys will see, which is similar to the Latte palette. All over the lid, it's kind of gonna be like just my transitional color. I know you guys are thinking right now, why would you put yellow when your lip is red? That's because you're not going to really see it too much, but it will pop through just a tad. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this color right here, which I think inside of the new Dominique one is going to be a lot more yellow based, but I'm going to still grab this color here, focus this in the inner portion of the eye and bring it out. So I want my eyes to be kind of light and airy today. So that's why I'm just kind of like dabbing over like this more like lightish color. Like if you guys had the one that's more yellow tone that's gonna be in the Latte palette, this would look really pretty too. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a little bit of a darker hue just to kind of accent my outer edge a little bit, which will come in the color Buns, which is right here. This I'm just gonna put on the outer edge. And this is just to give me a little definition. So then what I'll do is just blend this as much as I possibly can, and I think I'm gonna be finished right around here. We're not gonna go too crazy. It's gonna be a very simple but pretty look that you guys can wear to work. It has a little bit of color because you have the yellow peeping through. So you see I'm dragging it out a little bit because I want it to kind of look a little blown out on the edges. And then if you want the yellow to pop through a little bit, you can grab a little bit more yellow, but be very careful with this. And just kind of outline the top to kind of blend the edges and give a little bit more yellow. Just to kind of really make it light in there. So then what I'm gonna do is put on some mascara, and this will be my more subtle look. So that's it, that's look number 2. I think this is a really nice way to add a little bit of color into your look, but not have something so overdone. You could totally wear this during the day or to work, and I really like it. I think it looks really cool. I really love the way you can see a little bit of that yellow peeping through, and you can totally create a look just like this with the latte too. Move on to look number 3. This is the final look. So for today's look, I'm gonna do something a little bit more neutral, because you can probably do something pretty neutral with this, with a little pop of something on the bottom lower lash line. That's kind of like where I'm going here. Honestly, don't really 100% know what I'm gonna do, but I kind of have an idea, so we're gonna get into this. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the color Dawn, which you guys, I will throw, of course, like always, the color that it relates to in the Dominique Cosmetics palette on the screen. And we're gonna just put this all over the lid. This is basically a setting tone for me, but it also has a little bit of pigment, but it's very slight. So since this is gonna be a very neutral look, I think it would be nice to set the eye with this color and also use it as a base tone. And for this, I'm just using the Buff Blender from the Doll 10 collection with Makeup Molly. If you guys didn't pick up that brush collection, I find it to have been really, really good. I've been using those brushes like crazy. I have them on my rotation, and you guys see them all the time. I'm always using them. I'm gonna jump into Central Park, which is this one right here. I'm gonna buff this in the outer V. For this, I'm gonna use my Sigma E25. I'm gonna jump into Central Park from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I love this brush for the outer V. So what I'm going to do is just dab this on the outer V, as you guys can see, and blend that back in. This is kind of creating my V shape and also giving me like some dimension to the outside. I love to use this brush because this brush just works so good. It's not fat, it's not too fat, it's a little bit flat. So first I'm just gonna kind of create the shape, and then I'll buffer this in with a fatter brush. Okay, so now we're gonna buffer that with a little bit of Dawn on my brush. I'm just gonna get that and buffer that in. So I had referenced it to the Huda Beauty Smokey Obsessions with this gold color right here. Now this kind of brown tone that I have on my lid, you guys can also create something similar just using this palette alone basically. So, you know, going in with this color, then doing a little deepening with this color, and then just grabbing that color. So this is like one of those hues in this palette that you could mimic with multiple different palettes. The only difference is going to be what I'm gonna do with my lower lash line, which I think I'm gonna do. So with my finger, I'm just gonna dab this into my lid. And I really love the Huda Beauty formula on these metallics. They're so good. And then what I do is with a brush, I just kind of like clean out those edges. A little bit more central perk to kind of get these colors together. Okay, so we're gonna start with the lower lash line. This is gonna be where I'm gonna add a little bit more fun. And what I want to do is I want to first grab, I'm going to work from the inside out. I'm going to grab this Sigma E16 brush. I'm going to jump into Frappe on the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I'm going to bring that in the lower portion of my lash line. We're going to just go like that. Oh my God, I keep getting black all over my fingers. There's something black broken. I'm gonna jump right back into Pool Party, which is this color right here, from the JH and Morphe palette. And then right next to this color, I'm gonna grab Central Perk, which is this one right here, the dark brown. One more time, I'm gonna put the dark brown on the outer portion. Kind of cool. So now I'm just gonna blend it a little bit because I don't want to mess up like the colors too much. I'm just gonna add a little blend. So that's what we have going. I think I'm gonna add a little eyeliner to this look and mascara. So here we go. So this is the final look. My eyeliner, I just finished using the new Pixie item that they sent me. It's called the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pencil, and it's really good. I used it on the top line, and I think it's even better than when I use like the Marc Jacobs one. Sometimes I feel like it gets a little stuck. This was very silky. This was very high quality. I'm really excited with this product. So I'm going to keep on using it. This is the first time I put it on my eyes. So right now I'm really impressed with it. But yeah, I used it as the liner on the top, and look at that line that it gave me. Isn't that good? I don't know. I like it a lot. So I use this liner, and then for my mascara, I use the Alter Ego mascara. This is from Tarte. Even though everything is like wiped off of it, you can't even see the name of who it was from, but it's from Tarte. So those are the two items that I use for my eyes to finish everything off. And then finally for my lips, oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. I used the new Jeffree Star lipstick that I got in my mystery box from Beautylish. If you guys haven't seen that video, you got to see what I got. It's so good. But this is the color Pumpkin Pie, and this is gorgeous. This is a more neutral look, but of course a little pop of something inside of it. And yeah, I really like this look a lot. So yeah, this is the way you can basically mimic it, you know, using the palettes that I have. But you know, of course, look through your collection and kind of see what you have. But I really like this look. So that's it, guys. Those are the 3 looks that I created, kind of mimicking the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 with palettes that I currently own. This is based off of my Make Up Your Mind series. If you guys haven't seen that series, don't forget to follow the link down in the description box so you guys can kind of get an idea of where this is coming from. But yeah, so those are all the colors that I used, and I think I was able to create some really cool looks. If you guys have the Latte 2, most likely you can create looks similar to this one. But if you guys don't own the Latte 2 like I don't, this is the way I could recreate some looks that using the palettes that I currently have, so I don't have to keep on adding more stuff to my collection. But I really love the Latte 2 looks. Like honestly, after creating a few different eye looks of what I can create, if I bought the Latte 2, I honestly could probably tell you guys that if you guys are looking at the Latte 2 because you don't have the palettes that I showed you, I think it's probably going to be really, really nice because the looks that I created, I would really like in a single palette. So I definitely think that that's going to be a really good palette. So I'm excited for that. I have a whole playlist down below of my Make Up Your Mind series. If there's any of those that you want me to do next, let me know. I was thinking of doing the Amorisi palette with the colors that I found in different palettes. Let me know if you want me to do that one next. But yeah, this is super fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.